Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're launching into the truly incredible story of Katherine Johnson.
Oh, yeah, a real math genius.
Totally. She was absolutely key in helping NASA send the first humans to the moon. It's quite a story.
It really is. And she did it all while facing, well, huge challenges as a black woman in the 1960s.
Exactly. So get ready for an epic tale of how she kind of outsmarted doubt to, light up the stars.
Let's maybe start back in West Virginia, say 1928.
Good idea. Picture this. Katherine, just 10 years old. And she just loved numbers. Couldn't get enough.
Right, super quick, super curious. Her whole world was sort of built around math puzzles, figuring things out.
And she grew up with 5 brothers and sisters packed into a small house.
Yeah, her dad was a farmer, mom a teacher. Money was tight, definitely.
And on top of that, segregation was everywhere. Those awful whites-only signs,
A really tough environment, but for Katherine, numbers were like freedom.
Her passion, her wings, you could say.
You can just imagine her counting everything, stars, steps, whatever.
Huh, yeah. And her teacher even called her a wolf because she was so fast with math problems.
A wolf. I love that. And get this, she finished high school when she was only 14.
Wow, 14. But college, well, that seemed like a distant dream back then, didn't it? Especially for a young black girl.
It really did. The odds were stacked against her.
But Katherine, she had this incredible determination, grit.
She walked for miles, literally miles, just to get to a segregated school, one for black students.
Carrying her dad's slide rule, studying under a dim lamp at night, just driven.
And she had this clear goal, didn't she? She'd say,
I want to touch the stars.
Goosebumps. And her mom would tell her.
Then keep counting.
Yeah.
So simple, but so powerful.
And that hard work, that focus, it paid off big time.
Yeah, she went to West Virginia State, a historically black college, and just excelled.
Graduated at 18.
Yeah.
Top of her class. Just amazing.
Think about that achievement in the 1930s. Society expected black women to be, well,
maids, maybe teachers, not scholars, not scientists.
Right. So she did become a teacher for a while. But that bigger dream, touching the stars, it never really went away.
No, it was always there. And then came a turning point, 1953.
Ah, yes. NASA, well, its predecessor, Nancy, needed people. The space race was heating up.
They needed human computers, people incredibly good at math to do all the complex calculations by hand.
Because the big electronic computers weren't quite there yet or weren't fully trusted for everything.
Exactly. So Katherine saw an opportunity and applied.
And she got in, which was huge. But even at NASA, she faced that same old segregation.
Unbelievable, right? She was hired for her brain, but then told she had to work in a separate area down in a basement.
Kept out of important meetings. Just because she was black.
But her skill, it just couldn't be ignored for long.
No way. She started checking calculations for airplanes, trajectories, that sort of thing.
And she wasn't just checking boxes. She was finding mistakes.
Real errors. Things that could have put pilots' lives at risk. She caught them.
Her mind was just like a storm of numbers and orbits, constantly calculating, seeing the patterns.
Okay, now let's jump to the really famous part. 1961.
John Glenn. The first American set to orbit the Earth. Huge mission.
Super high stakes. A lot riding on it for America, for NASA.
They had the new IBM electronic computers to plot the orbit, the trajectory.
But Glenn, the astronaut himself, was a bit wary. He wanted a human check.
He famously said something like, get the girl to check the numbers.
Meaning Katherine, right? Get the girl.
Yeah, think about that. The astronaut's life is on the line, the mission's success, and he wants her confirmation.
And there she was, the only black woman in that high-pressure control room, facing all that prejudice.
But she stepped right up, no hesitation.
Took the machine's calculations and checked every single one. By hand. By brain, really.
Trajectories, launch windows, the crucial re-entry path, everything.
And her math.
Flawless. Absolutely perfect.
So on February 20th, 1962, Friendship 7 launched. John Glenn orbited the Earth 3 times.
And splashed down safely. A massive success.
And it's often said, Katherine's math lit the way. Her calculations were that critical.
What an incredible moment. Just imagine the relief and pride.
And her work didn't stop there. She was crucial for later missions, too.
Apollo 11, 1969, landing on the moon. Her calculations helped figure out how to rendezvous the command module and the lunar lander.
Wow. So that famous line, Neil Armstrong's giant leap, rests on her pencil. There's real truth to that.
Absolutely. Her math was fundamental.
Yet even after these incredible achievements, she still faced challenges, didn't she? Racism, People doubting her abilities?
Oh, definitely. It didn't just vanish overnight, but she persevered, kept doing brilliant work.
And eventually the recognition really started pouring in. Medals, awards.
Culminating in the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015, America's highest civilian honor.
What a journey. From that little girl counting stars in segregated West Virginia.
She literally helping humanity reach the moon and ensuring astronauts came home safe.
He just shows, doesn't it? No barrier, no prejudice could stop that wolf spark inside her.
Exactly. And her message resonates today, especially for you listening, she said.
You've got that light too. Count, fight, soar. Love that.
Me too. So powerful.
Okay, so let's break it down. What's the big lesson here from Katherine's life?
I think it's really clear. Solve your way through and shine.
Yeah, she faced huge obstacles, unfairness. But her skill, her intelligence in math, that was her way through. Her superpower.
It really was. And this isn't just some old history story. It's for you right now.
Totally. You listening, you've got your own spark too, right?
Could be math, could be science, maybe it's sports, art, music, writing, whatever you love doing.
Katherine's story shows us if you keep learning, keep pushing yourself, believe in what you can do.
You can achieve amazing things, no matter what challenges pop up.
Think about it. When school feels tough, or maybe you're struggling with a new skill in your hobby, remember Katherine.
Remember her walking miles just to learn, studying hard even when things were unfair. That dedication, that strength.
It's like that Bible verse, be strong and courageous. Joshua 1.9. That's like your own personal rocket fuel.
It really is. You've got that potential inside you. You're like a wolf, too smart, bold, unstoppable.
Okay, ready to get those wolf brains working. Let's do a quick challenge. Like Katherine, use your mind.
All right, here it is. A quick mental math puzzle. Get ready. What is 7 plus 5 plus 9?
Take just a second. Think it through. 7 plus 5 plus 9.
Got it.
Brief pause. The answer is 21.
Nice. Awesome work if you got it.
You're sparking your brain right now using that amazing tool you have, just like Katherine did every single day.
That's it, exactly. And that kind of brings us towards the end of this deep dive.
Yeah. Just remember Katherine Johnson's incredible journey and know that you have that same kind of potential inside you.
You really do.
That's all for today, Wolf Pups. Remember, you're tough, you're quick, you're smart. You are made for greatness.
Keep that spark alive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya. Oh, and just a quick recap of those big ideas from Katherine's life to keep in mind.
1. Perseverance breaks barriers. Never give up, even when it's super hard.
2. Intelligence is power. Your brain is amazing. Use it to learn, solve problems, figure things out.
3. Courage defies limits. Be brave. Don't let fear or what others think stop you from trying.
And 4. Small steps reach stars. Those little bits of effort every day, they add up to huge achievements.
And think about how this connects to your life. Like, if you find math or science tricky.
Yeah.
Remember Katherine working away in that basement, just focusing problem by problem? Maybe try spending just 5 minutes a day on one thing you find hard. Seriously, just 5 minutes. It makes a difference.
Good advice. Or if you ever feel kind of left out or maybe overlooked.
Think about Katherine being barred from those meetings. But did she hide? No way.
She let her work speak for itself. So maybe you can shine by joining a club, sharing an idea in class, letting people see your unique skills. Your voice matters.
Definitely. And if you're facing something that feels huge, like a big test or a project.
Like Katherine facing those make-or-break NASA calculations.
Exactly. Break it down. Don't try to tackle it all at once. Study one small part each day. Practice one piece of the project. Little steps.
And helping your team. Right. Katherine's maths saved Glenn's mission, basically.
Yeah. So if you're working with friends or classmates and someone's stuck, offer a hand, share a tip, help check their work. Teamwork makes things better.
Okay, so how can you practice these ideas every day? Some quick thoughts.
For perseverance, pick one thing that's tough for you and just commit to working on it for 5 minutes daily. Track your progress. If you stumble, just try again tomorrow.
For intelligence, try one brain teaser or puzzle each day. Maybe write down how you solved it. And in class, ask why. Or how does that work? Get curious.
For courage, face one tiny fear each day. Maybe it's raising your hand, trying a new food, saying hi to someone new, and tell yourself, I'm a wolf, I can do this, before something nerve-wracking.
And for small steps, set one tiny goal each day. Learn one new science fact, practice 5 free throws, read 1 page. Start your morning with a quick win.
So, here's something to think about as we wrap up. What are your stars? What big goals do you want to reach someday?
And, maybe more importantly for right now, what's one small bit of counting, One small practice you can start doing today to move just a little bit closer.